UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres urges international community to take greater responsibility and provide necessary financial support in resolving Rohingya crisis. UN Secretary-General's visit highly significant for interim government and future Bangladesh, says foreign advisor in joint press briefing. Political leaders and National Consensus Commission members meet with UN Secretary-General. UN to continue providing support to Bangladesh over Rohingya issue, reiterates UN Secretary-General. Nationwide Vitamin A Plus campaign held. Around 2 crore and 26 lakh children aged 6 to 59 months received Vitamin A Plus capsule. Eid shopping gets momentum. Large number of consumers gather shopping centers and markets. Trump administration considering to impose different degree of travel bans on citizens of 43 countries. And in Dhaka Premier Division Cricket League, Abahoni Limited, Mohammedan Sporting Club and Ghazi Group cricketers win. Assalamu alaikum viewers, this is News at 10 on BTV News. I'm Imtiaz Ahmed Siddiqui. You just heard the headlines. Let's move on to the details of those and other stories. United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres said the UN stands ready to help Bangladesh foster peace, national dialogue, trust and healing in its journey to democratic transition. He said this at a joint briefing at Hotel Intercontinental in the capital this afternoon, together with Foreign Affairs Advisor Mohammad Tawhid Hussain. Antonio Guterres said this in a pivotal moment for Bangladesh, and the international community must play its part in supporting Bangladesh's efforts towards a just, inclusive and prosperous future.
I want to underscore Bangladesh's extraordinary generosity in responding to the Rohingya crisis. It is a testament to your enduring humanitarian spirit. For years, the people of this nation, especially the communities in Cox's Bazar, have hosted over 1 million refugees fleeing violence and persecution. By offering Rohingya refugees sanctuary, Bangladesh has demonstrated solidarity and human dignity, often at significant social, environmental and economic costs. The world must not take this generosity for granted. I will continue to urge the international community to take greater responsibility and provide the necessary financial and political support for both the refugees and their host communities. As the country undergoes a significant transition under the leadership of Chief Advisor Yunus, I recognize the people's hope for a future of greater democracy, justice and prosperity. This is a pivotal moment for Bangladesh, and the international community must play its part in supporting your efforts towards a just, inclusive and prosperous future.
Speaking at the joint press briefing, Foreign Affairs Advisor Mohammad Tawhid Hussain described the UN Secretary-General's visit to Dhaka as very significant. He said the UN Secretary-General has expressed concern over the misinformation campaign against Bangladesh. The foreign advisor said Bangladesh is working to ensure sustainable repatriation of displaced Rohingyas.
His visit would more than counterweigh the misinformation and disinformation campaign and the attempts to destabilize Bangladesh. His assurance of support would help us in our successful reform process and our transition to democracy, in line with the common aspirations of the people of Bangladesh.
UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres joined a roundtable discussion on reform proposals participated by representatives of political parties, National Consensus Building Commission and other stakeholders. Law advisor Dr. Asif Nazrul, BNP Secretary-General, Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir, BNP Standing Committee member Salahuddin Ahmed, Jamaat-e-Islami Secretary-General Mia Ghulam Parwar, AB Party General Secretary Asaduzzaman Fuad, National Citizen Party Convener Nahid Islam, Chief Coordinator of Gonashong Huti Andolon Junaid Shaki, CPB General Secretary Rohin Hussain Prince and Professor Ali Riaz, Dr. Iftikharuzzaman, Bodiul Alam Mojumdar, among others present at the dialogue held at Hotel Intercontinental today. Later, Antonio Guterres joined another dialogue with youths and members of civil society at the same venue. Environment, Forest and Climate Change Advisor Sayyida Rizwana Hassan, Information and Broadcasting Advisor Mahfouz Alam and youth representatives, UN Under-Secretary General Rabab Fatima, UN Resident Coordinator in Bangladesh Gwen Lewis were among others present at the dialogue. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus hosted iftar and dinner in honor of visiting UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres at Intercontinental Hotel in the capital this evening. Among others, Chief Justice, members of Advisory Council, political leaders, foreign diplomats, high civil and military officials participated in the iftar and dinner. Prior to iftar, munajat was offered seeking peace, prosperity and progress of the people and the nation, as well as Muslim Ummah.
Fairness, justice, and integrity, and united our hearts in truth and goodness. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم آمين يا رب العالمين.
Later, Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus and UN Secretary-General addressed the function. In his speech, the Chief Advisor sought United Nations assistance in preventing disinformation against Bangladesh.
And we need your blessing, we need your support, particularly on one thing, misinformation. That's what is killing us. People work so hard to make a dream come true, but some people don't like it. So all we are saying, protect us from misinformation, and we can do the rest. That's no problem for us. Do you agree? Yes. We all agree. Bangladeshis talk a lot. We disagree on many things. We do. But we agree on these fundamental things. We want to create new Bangladesh. But I must mention the Rohingya. They even mention a date when they want to go back. They want to invite you back home. Next year, not this Eid, next Eid, 1 year later, to celebrate Eid with them in their homes, in their places where they live, so that show you they are not burdened on this world.
UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres in his address reiterated his commitment to continue supporting Bangladesh.
To express my total solidarity with the efforts that Bangladesh is doing in order to introduce the reforms that will make it, I'm sure, one of the most perfect democracies in the world. And Bangladesh can count with the full support of the United Nations to provide to your citizens a set of institutions able to guide the country to a sustainable and inclusive development.
United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres reiterated that the UN will continue to provide support to Bangladesh over Rohingya issue. He made the assurance while speaking at a function at the UN new building at Gulshan in the capital this morning. Antonio Guterres officially opened the UN House in Bangladesh. Advisor for Industries, Housing and Public Works Adilur Rahman Khan, Environment, Forest and Climate Change Advisor Sayyida Rizwana Hassan and UN Resident Coordinator in Dhaka Gwen Lewis, among others, were present. In his speech, Guterres recalled the contribution of Bangladesh peacekeepers to the UN peace missions and said that they are playing an important role in this regard. He also discussed the reform initiatives by the Bangladesh interim government.
To be in Bangladesh is, in these difficult times, a refreshing feeling that we are in a country of generosity, that we are in a country that is doing reforms in the line of democracy, of human rights, of inclusion. That is exactly what we would like to see everywhere in the world. So thank you for your example, thank you for your hospitality, thank you for your fantastic support. We are totally committed to do everything we can to support Bangladesh in this crucial period, and at the same time to draw the attention of the international community for the need to fully support you and for the need to fully support the generous action of Bangladesh in hosting such a large number of refugees in such difficult circumstances.
Later, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres visited a photo exhibition arranged marking the 50th anniversary of the UN Bangladesh. July, Motherland or Death, a book on July mass uprising written by LGRD advisor Asif Mahmood Shoji Bhuiyan was unveiled in Dhaka today. Law advisor Asif Nazrul, National Citizen Party convener Nahid Islam and Joint Member Secretary Rifat Rashid spoke at the program held at the Sufia Kamal Auditorium of National Museum. Speakers highlighted the historic importance of the book based on July mass uprising. They also narrated various heart-touching memories of the movement. The speakers further said that the book July, Motherland or Death analyzed Bangladesh's mass upsurge of 2024, which is very precious for the new generation. Describing the chronology of the July movement, Nahid Islam said it was a spontaneous movement. Everyone has separate story of their own, and those stories must be presented before the nation, he added. Advisor Asif Nazrul mentioned July was not a story of tragedy only, rather it was a story of bravery and victory also. Advisor Asif Mahmood Shoji Bhuiyan stated that history of July mass uprising would be completed when all the stories would be compiled and published. Elites, educationists and journalists attended the program. The National Vitamin A Plus campaign was held across the country today. During the campaign, nearly 2 crore and 26 lakh children aged between 6 to 59 months were given Vitamin A Plus capsules. Secretary of the Health and Family Welfare Ministry, Mohammad Saidur Rahman, formally inaugurated the Vitamin A Plus campaign at Dhaka Shishu Hospital in the morning. Under the campaign, children aged between 6 to 11 months were given blue capsules, while the children aged between 12 to 59 months were given red capsules. Feeding Vitamin A Plus capsules to the children is very important for preventing night blindness caused by malnutrition and boosting their immunity. The High Court is set to deliver its verdict tomorrow on the death references and appeals of Buet student Abrar Fahad murder case. The death references and appeals have been included in tomorrow's cause list of the High Court bench of Justice A.K.M. Asaduzzaman and Justice Syed Inayat Hussain for judgment. On 24th of February, the same bench kept the death references and the appeals for verdict after concluding hearing of Abrar Fahad case. On 7th of October in 2019, Abrar Fahad, a second-year student, was beaten to death by a group of Chhatru League activists in a dormitory. Later, on 8th of December 2021, a Dhaka court sentenced 20 Buet students to death for their direct involvement in the murder. Eid sales have gained momentum at different shopping centres and malls in the capital as people have started to flock to different markets in the city. Several markets and shopping malls in Dhaka experienced a surge in sales as customers rushed into purchasing clothes, shoes, ornaments and other items. The shops are abuzz with various types of discounts and new designs of clothing as per the customers' demands. Since this morning, the Eid marketplaces have been packed as the day is weekly holiday. Shoppers are giving discounts on new products to attract customers. According to the shopkeepers, as Eid draws near, sales are rising. Members of the law enforcement agencies are advising the customers to move a little carefully due to the excessive crowd.
পানির অপর নাম জীবন। আমাদের দেশে কৃষিতে, বিশেষ করে ধান চাষে, শিল্প কলকারখানায়, গৃহস্থালী সহ নানান কাজে পানির সুষ্ঠু ব্যবহারের অভাবে আমরা প্রচুর পানি অপচয় করে থাকি। ভূগর্ভস্থ পানির এরকম ব্যবহারের ফলে আমাদের পানির স্তর ক্রমান্বয়ে নিচে নেমে যাচ্ছে। পানি আমাদের অর্থনৈতিক, সামাজিক, বাস্তুতান্ত্রিক এবং পরিবেশগত সকল ক্ষেত্রে বিশেষ অবদান রাখছে। তাই আসুন আমরা পানি ব্যবহারে সচেতন হই।
And now international news. The Trump administration is considering to impose different degree of travel ban to the United States on the citizens of as many as 43 countries. It would be broader than the restrictions imposed during US President Trump's first term. Officials said a draft list of recommendations developed by diplomatic and security officials suggests a red list of 11 countries whose citizens would be flatly barred from entering the United States. They are Afghanistan, Bhutan, Cuba, Iran, Libya, North Korea, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, Venezuela and Yemen. The draft proposal also included an orange list of 10 countries for which travel would be restricted but not cut off. Citizens on that list would also be subjected to mandatory in-person interviews in order to receive a visa. It included Belarus, Eritrea, Haiti, Laos, Myanmar, Pakistan, Russia, Sierra Leone, South Sudan and Turkmenistan. The proposal also includes a draft yellow list of 22 countries that would be given 60 days to clear up perceived deficiencies with the threat of being moved on to one of the other lists if they did not comply. 9 people, including a journalist, have been killed and several wounded in an Israeli drone attack on a gathering of citizens in Beit Lahia, northern Gaza. Palestinian group Hamas said it will only release American-Israeli captive Eden Alexander and the bodies of 4 captives if Israel implements the existing ceasefire agreement in Gaza, calling it an exceptional deal aimed at getting the truce back on track. Hamas has accused Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of fearing their successful implementation of the ceasefire and said his siege of the Strip is starving residents and Israeli captives. The Israeli army has continued its siege of the Nur Shams refugee camp east of Tulkarem, where it opened fire on an ambulance transporting a patient from the camp. Back to home news. Now the timing for Sehri tonight and tomorrow's iftar for Dhaka and its adjoining areas. Last time for Sehri 4:50 a.m. and tomorrow's iftar at 6:08 p.m. in Dhaka and its adjoining areas. And now with the news. Met Office in its weather forecast till 6 p.m. tomorrow said rain or thundershowers accompanied by temporary gusty or squally wind is likely to occur at 1 or 2 places over Sylhet divisions. Besides, weather may remain dry with temporary partly cloudy sky elsewhere over the country. Night temperature may remain nearly unchanged and day temperature may rise slightly over the country. Country's lowest temperature was recorded today 18 degrees Celsius at Rajarhat and highest temperature was at Kumarkhali 37.5 degrees Celsius. Capital Dhaka's lowest temperature was recorded 25 degrees and highest temperature was 34.9 degrees Celsius. And now sports news. Cricketers won their respective matches in Dhaka Premier Division Cricket League today. Abahoni Limited defeated Brothers Union by 80 runs in the BKSP ground number 3. After losing the toss and batting first, Abahoni Limited scored 310 runs for 8 wickets in the stipulated 50 overs. Mominul Haq scored 92 runs for the team. In reply, Brothers Union managed to score 230 runs for 7 wickets in 50 overs. Mohammedan Sporting Club beat Legends of Rupganj by 94 runs at Mirpur Sher-e-Bangla National Cricket Stadium. Batting first, Mohammedan Sporting Club scored 253 runs for 9 wickets in their stipulated 50 overs. Tawheed Ridoy scored 66 runs for the team. In reply, Legends of Rupganj were all out for just 159 runs in 37 overs, 2 balls. Ghazi Group cricketers beat Prime Bank Cricket Club by 94 runs at ground number 4 of BKSP. Batting first, Ghazi Group cricketers collected 183 runs for all wicket in 43 overs and 4 balls. In reply, Prime Bank Cricket Club were bowled out for just 89 runs in 23 overs, 2 balls. In a bid to expand the horizon of archery, Bangladesh Archery Federation introduced these sports in Rajshahi University today. From now on, the students of the renowned university will be able to practice archery in their campus and will be eligible to participate in the national meets. Dr. Saleh Hassan Naqib, the Vice-Chancellor of Rajshahi University, inaugurated the program as the chief guest. Qazi Rajivuddin Ahmed Chopul, the General Secretary of the Federation, Pro-Vice-Chancellor Professor Mohammad Mainuddin, Martin Frederick, the German head coach of archery, other university and federation officials were also present on the occasion. To end the bulletin headlines once again. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres urges international community to take greater responsibility and provide necessary financial support in resolving Rohingya crisis. UN Secretary General's visit highly significant for interim government and future Bangladesh, says foreign advisor in a joint press briefing. Political leaders and National Consensus Commission members meet with UN Secretary General. UN to continue providing support to Bangladesh over Rohingya issue, reiterates UN Secretary General. Nationwide Vitamin A Plus campaign held. Around 2 crore and 26 lakh children aged 6 to 59 months received a Vitamin A Plus capsule. Eid shopping gets momentum. Large number of consumers gather shopping centers and markets. Trump administration considering to impose different degree of travel bans on citizens of 43 countries. And in Dhaka Premier Division Cricket League, Abahoni Limited, Mohammedan Sporting Club and Ghazi Group cricketers win. And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us. Our next bulletin is coming up at midnight tonight.